Modern Doctor Who has been a problem for many fans, whether it's the mistreatment of Christopher Eccleston, Russell T Davies' self-deluded writing thinking he's some sort of genius, Chris Chibnall's bastardization of the show's canon, or even David Tennant's own ego. Personally, I'd argue things went downhill the moment Eccleston was let go, though I still maintain the show probably shouldn't have been revived in the first place. For longtime fans, seeing the show twist its own history, bending continuity for drama or spectacle, has been frustrating. Many of the revival's decisions, romanticizing the Doctor-companion relationship, overemphasizing emotional arcs, overcomplicating time travel mechanics, and recycling ideas without consequence, have often done more harm than good. There's a growing sense that New Who lost its backbone somewhere along the way, trading clever sci-fi storytelling for spectacle, melodrama, and the occasional ego-driven episode. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Damon, and today we're looking at how the 1999 Doctor Who skit The Curse of Fatal Death eerily foreshadowed many of the problems we later saw in New Who. Right, so the skit kicks off with the Master absolutely gloating about his latest scheme to destroy the Doctor. But, get this, he accidentally leaves his microphone on, so the Doctor and his companion Emma end up hearing every single word. Classic blunder, really. And well, this sets off a completely convoluted series of time travel shenanigans, think traps, secret dinners, and for some reason, centuries spent lurking in the sewers. The Master keeps getting upgraded with Dalek technology, like over and over, growing old and coming back in increasingly ridiculous forms. I mean, at one point he's got a Zimmer frame, then it's a walking stick, and honestly it just gets more absurd from there. Meanwhile, the Doctor isn't exactly having an easy time either. He dies multiple times, regenerating first into a handsome, sexually eager man, then into a shy, middle-aged Doctor, then a smooth-mannered Hugh Grant-style Doctor, and finally a female Doctor played by Joanna Lumley. Quite the lineup, honestly. So, the story wraps up with Emma, well, pretty disappointed in the new Doctor, while the Master, oddly enough, seems absolutely smitten. You know, in all honesty, this skit probably anticipated some of the issues that later plagued New Who. The whole idea of the Doctor forming a romantic connection with a companion, like we saw later with Rose Tyler and River Song, was actually already present in Fatal Death. The parallels really are uncanny. The whimsical tone, those absolutely ridiculous regenerations, and the over-the-top villainy all mirror how the revival, from time to time, seems to prioritize spectacle over coherence. So the skit lampooned in this really exaggerated way exactly the kind of melodrama, convoluted plot twists, and ego-driven antics that would, become a hallmark of the revival, sometimes entertaining, but honestly, often just plain frustrating. The Curse of Fatal Death also well predicted the emotional manipulation that would end up defining much of New Who. Emma's impassioned speeches about the Doctor's bravery and importance, they really echo River Song's desperate attempts to save the Doctor in The Wedding of River Song. Even the 12th Doctor's farewell speech in Twice Upon a Time, it kind of mirrors lines from the skit, emphasizing bravery, compassion, and legacy. Moments like these, they highlight the revival's obsession with sentimentality over substance. While touching in theory, they often smother narrative coherence and, reduce the Doctor to a vehicle for audience emotion rather than, a compelling independent character. It's fascinating and perhaps telling how closely the skit aligns with New Who's approach to regeneration. Quite the intriguing observation, don't you think? In Fatal Death, the Doctor's multiple forms, each more ridiculous or unexpected than the last, parody the idea of endless reinvention. It's a cheeky nod to the show's penchant for transformation. Yet this gag somehow became a blueprint for the revival convoluted regeneration sequences, inconsistent characterization, and the overuse of shock value in casting choices. The notion that the Doctor could romantically pair with companions, die multiple times, or even regenerate into a woman was treated as comedy in 1999. But in New Who, these became drama points, often losing the cleverness in the process. It's almost as if the line between parody and reality blurred, wouldn't you say? Ultimately, the curse of fatal death serves as both a hilarious homage and an unintentional prophecy. New Who borrowed freely from these ideas, romanticized Doctor-companion relationships, convoluted regeneration plots, flamboyant villains, sometimes succeeding, often failing. The skit is a reminder that the show's greatest strength lies in wit, imagination, and coherent storytelling, yet the revival too often sacrificed these qualities in pursuit of spectacle, melodrama, or forced emotion. Whether intentional or coincidental, the parallels are undeniable and frustrating for long-time fans who remember the cleverness and clarity of classic Doctor Who. Thanks for dropping by the Snake Pit, where we thrive on untapped potential and lost opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinion in the comments, where naturally I won't read them. Until next time, stay venomous.